I'm up $490 on daily fantasy sports apps over the last month, and I want to walk you guys through everything that I do, the exact strategies I use, so that hopefully you can start to implement this process too. What's up, everybody? It's Sean from Sean's Take here. I have not been on YouTube in a long time, so I'm excited to get back into this. Hopefully, do it more consistently for you guys. And last month, last 30 days, I really decided to start taking daily fantasy sports apps seriously. Being in California, I obviously don't have access to the DraftKings, FanDuels, BetMGM, Caesars, and all the sports books that a lot of people have access to that really works for positive EV betting strategy. So I knew I finally needed to lean into what I do have available here, and that's daily fantasy sports apps and, of course, offshores, which we'll get into later. But I really decided to attack the daily fantasy sports market because I know there's value on it. I know you can win on it, and I've done it very inconsistently in the past where I would place a couple of EV slips here and there, and if they didn't hit, I'd get frustrated and I'd walk away from it. So I decided, let me give myself a month to really take this seriously and see how it does, and the results have been great. So from February 20th to today, I'm recording this on March 26th, I've made $490 using a $10 unit size. Hopefully, I will scale that up. That is definitely the intention there, but I wanted to start out with something reasonable where I could really get a feel for this. And if I wasn't doing well, it wouldn't hurt me too bad. We've had great success, and actually, you guys can see here on the picket, I was up to $615 of profit on the 24th, and then we had a terrible day yesterday. So I'm now at $490 of profit. That's still 49 units of profit, which is a phenomenal month right there. I'll never complain about that. But of course, every loss, you wish it was doing better. But we are in a great spot right now. It's been an 18.35% ROI. Cannot complain about that. So in this video, really, I want to just make some slips with you guys and show you the process. I don't have an agenda on this. I have nothing scripted. I wanted to just show you what my process looks like and walk you through step by step. So here we are on the OddsJam. We're going to use a couple different tools here. We're going to start with the Fantasy Optimizer today. And actually, I'm going to open up a couple different tabs because I like to flip back and forth just to find some different values. So we're going to put the Sharp Money tool up on one. If you guys want to get on OddsJam, links in the description of this episode. Use promo code TAKES. You'll get 35% off your first month of any of the tools. You'll get a free week trial. And if you guys want their platinum plan, send me a message on X and I can get you a 50% off discount on that as well. So let's start with just seeing where the value is. We're on Prize Picks right now as a filter. And what I always like to do, this is the Fantasy Optimizer, minimum data points 3. You want a couple different, very good sources behind you. So now this is my process. Let's make some slips. So I got Prize Picks up on my phone here, and we see the Brewers, White Sox. We have a nerfy in this one. So under first inning runs, we'll just head over to MLB, pull that one up. And why we like this pick right here, right? So we're doing 3-man. I have it filtered to 5-man, but I'm going to place a 3-man power play. So it's minus 122 odds across the board. Over, under, valued the exact same on this DFS apps. There's no juice to one side. So we can see the Brewers, I'm going to get this at minus 122 odds. Well, FanDuel has this at minus 138. DraftKings minus 145. So we're getting a much better price than these two books. So this is a profitable play on PrizePicks. It does not guarantee that it's going to cash, but it does mean that I know I'm getting a good price on this. Now, let's see. I got to find where are these lines on the PrizePicks app. Actually, you know what? It'll be easier if I just do PrizePicks on my computer here for you guys. I'll get better at doing the YouTube stuff as well. So we'll get there for sure. Of course, location settings do not work. Yep, we want to remember. All right. Well, we'll find it on our phone. But so Brewers is going to be one leg here. I already used this mic line here. And let's see. We got the Astros, Angels, another nerfy option. I don't want to stack too many nerfies together. What I like to look for, though, on the optimizer is I typically like things that are in the minus 130s, minus 140s. So, like this Brewers nerfy is phenomenal for me. And I'm assuming it's in a first inning market over here on PrizePicks. MLB season, don't want that. There's got to be just a MLB first inning. No, there's not. Okay. Well, I don't even know where to find it at this point. This is awful. Sorry, guys. You can skip ahead a couple, hit a couple forwards for the 10-second things as we look for this one. I believe it's a pitcher versus pitcher matchup is how they list these. And I don't know where this is. Last year it was super easy to find these. I also, PrizePicks, they know when you have value because their app just completely crashes on you. So we're not going to use this one. Let's go to Underdog. Underdog has better payouts anyway. Let's find some value on Underdogs. I want to make 3-4 slips just to show you guys. So here we are on Underdog. Let's pull it up. And first we see here DeJounte Murray over 4.5 rebounds. I already used this prop, but this is one I would definitely use. You see minus 130, minus 143, minus 150 on different books. That's very good value for you to get. So let's take Joey Weimer over 0.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And why I like this prop here is we can see that DraftKings minus 138, MGM minus 120, Caesars minus 137. That's an edge over the price of what we're going to be getting at a 3-man non-insured at minus 116 odds. So I'm taking that play higher than, and it's actually 0.94x on Underdog. So we're losing a tiny bit of value on that one, but nothing that I'm super concerned about. Now, the big thing here, I already used Murray, or I would use him in another slip right now. I don't necessarily dislike yellow, orange, and red plays. If we see that FanDuel, like this one, Maxime Renand, has something at minus 136, this is still a good play to me. Even though it's in the red, it's still a good play to me. We see FanDuel minus 136, DraftKings minus 129, Bovada minus 130, Fliff minus 140. I'm going to take this play because I straight up just like the value that I'm seeing on Underdog here compared to other books. So let's add Maxime into this one as well. We're going to go lower than 9.5. I want a 3-man slip, so there's nothing else on this screen that's standing out to me. So we can head over to Sharp Money and we'll clear my filter, go to Underdog. You just select the pick 2. It's pretty much the same as pick 3. So we'll take Matthew Boyd under 1.5 earned runs. This is a great prop. Again, we're getting minus 122 odds or minus 116 odds on Underdog. Pinnacle has us a minus 155. Pretty juice. Caesars minus 145. So we're getting a great price on this, and we're going to take Boyd for under 1.5. So this is going to get to a 6.11x payout. So it's still better than taking a 3-man slip on PrizePicks. I also have a 50% boost. I'll probably save that for another slip later in the day. There's going to be more value popping up. But that's exactly what you want to do. And guys, on Underdog as well, when you place a slip, right, if we share it, a lot of times you can get a profit boost on it. So if you guys ever want Underdog slips, I'm very happy to send them to you, and we both get a 30% boost on top of it if the slip hits. So we've done that with a couple other people, and you get a nice extra payout on it, which is never a bad thing. So my next slip that I would make on Underdog right now, let's take Scooble under 4.5 hits allowed. It's popping up on Sharp Money. This is a cross-market EV play. I will always take as many of these as possible. When I was doing individual handicapping and trying to find the best, 3 to 5 players or plays every day, I wouldn't take something if there was under $1,000 of liquidity. But on DFS apps, you want as much volume as possible. I want to get 20 slips in today on MLB opening day. I want as many opportunities with value as possible. That's how you get a higher ROI. That's how you win more. Yesterday, I lost, I think, 11 units on this. I could have easily won close to 10 units. I had, I think, 4 or 5 slips, all come within one leg. It's the nature of the beast in daily fantasy sports. Not everything is going to be perfect. So we're taking Scooble here. I'm going to take Thompson here. Look, we see DraftKings minus 151, Pinnacle minus 133. It's a good price that we're getting. And again, it's another at bat. It's another shot that we're getting with Thompson here where we know we have value. So Asar Thompson under 3.5 assists. We're locking that in. And then let's see. Do I like this one? Texas, Purdue. Nothing wrong with getting in on March Madness. $555 too on a college prop is a pretty good amount. You'll see more in the NBA and everything, but somebody's not just randomly putting $555 down on Tarman Mark over 14.5 points. So we're going to take him as well here. That's going to be another slip. And over 14.5, we're going higher. So that's a 6.5x payout. Again, I'm putting $10 on it, still using a $10 unit size. Hopefully we'll be bumping that up in April a bit, but we got to see how the month ends too. I don't want to jump the gun on this. So we're playing that, and yep, so here we go, right? The Super Boost. This is what we love. Message me on Twitter if you guys want me to send you the individual link. I'll tweet a bunch of the plays too, but I play so many that I don't just go and tweet them. But I've had a couple people ask me, can you send me some underdog plays? I am happy to. I'll play some. We'll have the value, and then we all get 30% profit boost if we both use the slip. So it's a great way to make extra value on this. That makes it like triple EV because we're getting a 30% boost on all of these slips. I'm sure that's until maybe they limit it if we win too much, but we'll cross that bridge when it happens. So these are really the value plays on underdog right now, and let's take a look at Joey Weimer. I think we just took him on. We're looking at him on Prize Picks. I do always like shots on goal props, but see, minus 120. That's not huge to me. That's not as much value that I'm looking for. So the last way that I do daily fantasy sports apps is I go to the positive EV tool. Some of the plays will overlap with Sharp Money with the Fantasy Optimizer, but you still get different plays. So I always like using it. It's another way for me to get more volume. And we can see here, Tobias Harris under, nope, they just axed that one, but let's look. Corbin Carroll under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. So we can see minus 115. We're only getting minus 116 on a 3-man slip. We can see everybody else is pretty much in the minus, 120s to 130s. This one's a little bit across the board. DraftKings or FanDuel's not offering an under on this, but DraftKings minus 139, Bovada minus 140. So I'm gonna take this one. Again, I want as many slips as possible, and I don't think the value's terrible here. So we're taking Corbin Carroll lower, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Let's look at Nemo. Same thing here. I'm going to take this one, minus 137 on DraftKings. And again, this isn't like the greatest value, but it's still value, and I'm still getting an edge. We already took Maxime there. Dennis Jenkins over 1.5 threes. Not a bad line there. I want to see really quick if anything else popped up over here on the optimizer. Yep. Okay, so we got to play. So, okay, this is live. But Jenkins here. Okay, we can get him at over points, rebounds, and assists, where other books have this at 28.5. So, what do we like more? Points, rebounds, or points, rebounds, assists? Pretty equal value. We're going to take points, rebounds, assists. There's more books on it, so I'm going to take that one. And Jenkins over 27.5 points, rebounds, assists, 6.5x payout. Boom, we place it. And again, we can boost it up to 30% if we share this one. So actually, I'm going to invite some friends right now, copy the link on it. And we'll end it there. I'm going to go through Better. There's always a lot of value on Better, I feel like. So it's a book that I definitely, need to do better at. Better one time, every now and then I'll place a 5-man slip on it as well. I've had 4 out of 5 so many times, but when you do get that 10-unit win, it definitely helps you out. So Better's a great one. Dabble's a great one to use. Looks like there's some value on the board here as well today. And then DraftKings Pick 6 is another one I'm trying to get bigger at. Sometimes it's been hit or miss with me at the timing that I look at these, but ideally with daily fantasy sports, with the way that I've been able to get 49 units of profit, which was, again, over 60 units of profit, which we'll get back to that level here soon. Hopefully, maybe after today with a massive day with MLB opening day, we'll get right back on the train and go above and beyond 60 units. You want as much volume as possible. That's the strategy I use. I know this video is not super clean. I'm kind of all over the place. I haven't done YouTube in a while. I will get better at making the content for you guys, but please let me know what questions you guys have, either on the YouTube or on Twitter at Sean's Take. Message me, at me. I felt like when I got into this space, I had some people help me, but I also had a lot of people who answered questions very vaguely. And I would ask people on Twitter who were posting winning slips, what is the strategy? How much did you do? And you just get very vague answers. So I'm trying to make sure that I can genuinely help you guys get started, because I got started and I've had good results, and I know what the math does long term. And that's what I'm trying to help spread the word on that, because it truly does work. And there's way too many people who put up opinionated slips on Prize Picks, Underdog, Better, all these apps. and lose money long term. So our goal is to work together to beat the books. And a lot of people want to be very selfish about it. I don't want to be selfish about it. I want to help you guys. So always message me with questions. I get back to you guys as fast as I can. I'm working, living life. Sometimes I can't get back immediately, but I always do make an effort to get back to you guys same day as the message comes in. So would love to help you guys. Ask me questions you want. Let me know what content you guys want. I want to start doing YouTube more. Hopefully I'll get in the live streaming here soon as well once some time frees up. But yeah, let me know what questions you guys have. Let me know if you want to see specific books, how I go about them. But Positive EV, Fantasy Optimizer, Sharp Money Tool, those are my 3 go-tos. I use those every single day to make all my slips. Linked in the description of this episode. You guys can get a discount code and a free week trial to test them out. And of course, I'll help you strategize. So we're going to wrap it up here. I will have more slips out. I'm going to place as many as I can today. That's the best way to go about daily fantasy sports apps. I would send every slip if it was possible, but it's really hard because the value changes so fast. But you guys can follow me on Picket. They upload as soon as I place them, and tail as many as you would like to. We're all trying to make money on it. And again, if you want underdog slips, they do a nice little 30% boost if we both use the same lineup and it hits. So I'm all for, both of us making that extra profit there. So let me know what questions you guys have. We'll do this again soon. It'll be more organized, but I wanted to get back on because I have not been on YouTube in a long time and show you guys some value. So we'll wrap it up here. Happy opening day in the MLB, and I'll see you guys soon.